So here we've just got a switch wired up and we've used the debugger to visualize the very small bouncing events when you press the switch. So here we can see the bouncing just from pressing a single push button, and obviously there's many different ways of getting rid of that in your software, so you just have a single press and release. So as we can see, if we just look into the time it took, we've got about a third of a second roughly where that button press happened. So we could add a delay in and then check back to see what the state is again. This is the simplest way of adding a debounce onto your buttons. There's also a variety of libraries available. If you just go into the Visual Micro Explorer and manage libraries and type debounce, there's a whole list of libraries that'll deal with the bouncing for you in software, and these often again use a timer and just check back and see if the state's changed after some kind of delay. So in software, this is the easiest way of getting rid of the bouncing, but there are also hardware solutions which can be implemented with a few components. So here we have a simple RC circuit and resistor capacitor circuit, and this just shows you how we've wired our example up, and here it is. So when we press this button, you see the LED slowly comes on and then fades away. So this is basically us charging up the capacitor, and then when you let go it discharges, and this is now a much higher value resistor, so it takes longer for the power to drop. Now because of this, you can use this as a very effective way of debouncing things in hardware to avoid any extra work for your Arduino. And if we just look at this in the same monitor, we see a nice clean square wave, which is what we want when you're looking for a button press. Now the RC circuit can be adjusted with the values of the resistor and the capacitor to allow for different times. So if you want a long press or very short presses, depending on what you're doing, this can all be adjusted in the hardware, as well as obviously additionally in your software.